It was 2 years ago when I got my first overnight job at a small 24-hour burger restaurant near the highway. I was 19 years old and desperately needed money to help my mother pay rent after my father lost his job. The pay wasn't great, but the manager promised extra cash for night shifts, so I accepted immediately. At first, the night shift didn't seem bad at all. Most nights were quiet. A few truck drivers would stop by for coffee, and sometimes drunk college students came in laughing loudly before disappearing back into the darkness. Usually it was just me and one cook working until sunrise. But one Friday night changed everything. That evening, heavy rain poured non-stop. The streets outside looked empty, almost abandoned. Around 1:30 a.m., the cook told me he was going to the storage room in the back to organize supplies while I cleaned the dining area. The restaurant suddenly became completely silent. No cars, no voices, only the sound of rain hitting the windows. As I wiped down the tables, I noticed someone standing outside near the parking lot. Tall man. He was completely still. At first I thought he was waiting for someone, but something about him felt wrong. He wasn't wearing a jacket despite the freezing rain. His clothes looked soaked, yet he didn't move at all. I tried to ignore him and continued cleaning. 5 minutes later I looked again. Now he was closer, standing directly under the flickering parking lot light. His face was hidden in darkness, but I could tell he was staring straight at me. A cold feeling crawled down my spine. I quickly walked to the kitchen and told the cook about the strange man outside. He laughed and said it was probably some homeless guy trying to stay dry. I wanted to believe him, so I went back to work. At exactly 2:07 a.m., the restaurant phone rang. I answered casually. "Hello, thank you for calling." A deep voice interrupted me. "Don't look outside." My entire body froze. The voice sounded distorted, almost whispering directly into my ear. I slowly asked, "Who is this?" The caller stayed silent for a moment. Then he said, "Because if you do, he'll wave back." The line disconnected. My hands were shaking. I turned toward the window before I could stop myself. The man was now standing inches from the glass. And he was smiling. Not a normal smile. His mouth stretched unnaturally wide, almost from ear to ear. Then slowly, he raised one hand and waved at me. I stumbled backward in terror and screamed for the cook. The cook rushed out from the kitchen, but the moment he looked outside, the man was gone. Completely vanished. We checked the parking lot together. Nothing. No footprints. No cars. No sign anyone had ever been there. The cook told me I was probably tired and imagining things, but I knew what I saw. A few minutes later, while trying to calm down, I noticed something that made my blood run cold. The front door was unlocked, and muddy wet footprints led from the entrance, straight toward the employee hallway in the back. But there was one terrifying detail. The footprints only went in. There were no footprints leading back out.